Imagine an army built not for battle on Earth, but for conquest in the afterlife. Hidden for over 2,000 years, the Terracotta Army holds secrets far deeper than clay and stone. Why did Qin Shi Huang create it? And what chilling messages are buried within? Get ready to uncover the mysteries that even time couldn't erase. Number 10. A new general steps into the spotlight. In December 2024, archaeologists stumbled upon a rare gem, a terracotta general with uniquely styled armor and a poised, authoritative stance. This general's uniform boasted delicate laced motifs, double-layered chest plates, and ornate shoulder pads that screamed, "I'm the boss." Only 10 figures of this rank have been found out of thousands, making generals rarer than a good Wi-Fi signal in the wilderness. Experts noted the figure's hands were posed for sword holding, indicating readiness for close combat, and no, he wasn't taking selfies. His detailed crafting shows the deep respect ancient China had for military hierarchy and battlefield valor. Excitingly, pigment traces on his armor also suggest that generals might have been painted in richer colors like purples and deep blues reserved for the elite. The find also hints that command structures were meticulously recreated underground, meaning Qin Shi Huang wanted military order even after death. The general's facial expression? A calm, strategic glare, as if he was still planning to conquer the afterlife one battalion at a time. Number 9. The mystery of the single eyelids. One weirdly consistent trait among all warriors? Single eyelids. Modern genetic studies suggest that during Qin's era, East Asian monolid features were most common, representing dominant Han Chinese ethnicities of the time. Interestingly, the artisans exaggerated these features, possibly to standardize the soldiers' appearances and intimidate enemies with a uniform, fierce gaze. Some researchers also speculate that the eyelid uniformity made it easier to mass-produce faces while retaining individuality and other facial traits. In short, fierce, focused, and not a mascara commercial in sight. There's even an argument that the lack of deep-set eyes symbolize constant vigilance, eyes always wide and alert, ready for battle. Furthermore, new analysis from the Emperor Qin Shi Huang's Mausoleum Site Museum suggests that artisans might have intentionally avoided showing emotional expressions to reinforce a military ideal of stoicism and discipline. Number 8. Faces of a nation. While the eyelids scream conformity, the faces whisper diversity. Researchers using 3D scans and facial recognition software found that no two warriors are identical. Nose shapes, jawlines, cheekbone structures all vary slightly. These nuances hint that artisans may have modeled warriors after real soldiers or ethnic representatives from Qin's newly unified China. Experts argue that showcasing diversity was a political move by Qin Shi Huang to underline his conquest of 6 rival kingdoms, symbolizing a single unified China standing together, or at least marching in terrifying synchronization. New forensic reconstructions even indicate differences in age, social rank, and regional identity among the figures. Some warriors feature scars or facial imperfections, possibly reflecting real-life veterans. This revelation smashes earlier theories that these soldiers were entirely fictional or idealized. Instead, it seems the emperor wanted the afterlife populated by authentic citizens of his vast empire, warts, wrinkles, and all. Number 7. The Art of War and Chariots. Found in 1980, 2 bronze chariots near the tomb wowed scientists with their complexity. Each chariot consists of more than 3,000 individual parts, including functional axle mechanics, gold inlays, and silver-plated harnesses for horses. The craftsmanship was so advanced that they had functioning braking systems. No, seriously. It's mind-blowing when you realize the Qin dynasty achieved this engineering marvel without even having a basic bicycle. These chariots weren't meant for everyday Uber rides. They were ceremonial, meant to accompany the emperor across celestial highways in style. Detailed analysis shows that one chariot was for battle shielded, compact, and robust, while the other was a parade chariot, luxurious and elaborately decorated. Their construction used lost wax casting techniques and riveting methods that wouldn't reappear in Europe until centuries later. Their preservation was so meticulous that restorers spent 8 years just assembling and stabilizing them after discovery. Talk about dedication. Number 6. A coffin fit for a prince. Discovered in late 2024, a 16-ton stone coffin hidden within the warrior pits turned out to be one of the biggest tomb-related finds in years. Buried under elaborate stone walls and protective layers, this tomb contained luxurious items: jade swords, miniature gold and silver camels, banquet utensils, and over 6,000 bronze coins. Archaeologists suspect the occupant was Prince Gao, one of Qin Shi Huang's sons, who was buried close to his father, perhaps to continue playing royal politics in the next world. The coffin's design mirrored the palatial architecture of the living world, a final flex for the afterlife. Excavators found that the tomb included a small spirit road, a symbolic path lined with miniature statues leading to the afterlife, echoing the grand spirit roads built for emperors. Intriguingly, forensic residue tests found traces of rare spices and silk threads, suggesting that Prince Gao's burial ceremony was an incredibly lavish affair. Apparently, in ancient China, nepotism and high-end afterlife architecture were alive and well. Number 5. The Emperor's Quest for Immortality. Qin Shi Huang was basically ancient China's version of a wellness influencer, except instead of green juice, he guzzled mercury elixirs, believing they would make him immortal. Ironically, those potions most likely led to his early death at age 49. Historical texts like the records of the Grand Historian confirm that he sent massive expeditions, led by alchemists like Xu Fu, to mythical islands in search of the elixir of life. And no, despite all efforts, he did not stumble upon the fountain of youth. He instead left behind one of the world's most ambitious tomb projects, riddled with mercury rivers to simulate celestial seas. Modern soil tests around his mausoleum show mercury levels hundreds of times higher than normal, hinting the ancients weren't just making up those river stories. Some historians suggest the emperor's obsession with immortality directly influenced his decision to create a massive underground kingdom, believing it would guarantee his spirit's survival in an eternal, bureaucratic paradise. Number 4. The Underground Kingdom. Archaeologists have found that Qin Shi Huang didn't just prepare for war in the afterlife, he prepared for living large. His mausoleum complex spans more than 38 square miles and includes terracotta bureaucrats, acrobat troops, musicians, and even a zoological collection of bronze birds and aquatic creatures. Evidence suggests that these figures were arranged to recreate entire scenes from palace life, meaning the emperor planned to continue dining, dancing, and governing well beyond the grave. In short, he wasn't just building a tomb, he was building an eternal empire. Number 3. The Unfinished Symphony. Despite half a century of digging, Qin Shi Huang's actual burial chamber remains unopened, almost like a forbidden loot box in a video game. Ancient texts describe it as having rivers and seas of mercury powered by mechanical pumps. Modern surveys using ground-penetrating radar and magnetic sensors have detected abnormally high levels of mercury around the tomb, validating these ancient claims. Opening the chamber without proper technology risks destroying fragile artifacts inside. Think of it as a 2,200-year-old warning. Open at your own peril. Number 2. The power of mass production. The terracotta warriors were the products of an ancient assembly line system, way before Ford Motor Company made it cool. Artisans used standardized molds for body parts, heads, torsos, arms, and legs, but customized final details by hand. Weapons were similarly mass-produced with standardized dimensions, indicating an unprecedented degree of manufacturing sophistication. In many ways, the Terracotta Army represents the world's first example of modular production, enabling thousands of units to be finished rapidly and consistently. Henry Ford, eat your heart out. Number 1. A legacy carved in clay. Qin Shi Huang's ultimate goal was to transcend time, and boy, did he succeed. Today, his Terracotta Army is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and draws millions of visitors each year. New pits are still being excavated, including Pit 1, Pit 2, and Pit 3, each revealing more secrets about life, war, and death in ancient China. His project blended art, politics, and spiritualism so seamlessly that it still sparks wonder 2,200 years later. In the end, Qin didn't just build an army, he built a myth. And there you have it, the silent warriors who still have a lot to say after 2,200 years. If you found these hidden secrets as mind-blowing as I did, make sure to smash that like and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next adventure through time.